And the Cardinals are set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikes.
That's right. Can you post my screen in the chat?
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, here's Mond. Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet. Leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down. Here's Mond. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They're having a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The kickoff team on the field now is able to steal this one away.
2 yards there as they move the chains. Lots of plays on this drive, obviously, right?
I'm trying to get this game over toxic, man. I'm probably have to play him tomorrow, but it'll be even later.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10.
Why would you just not nibble it, Rodney? Why are you going to take a chance on a quarterback sneak?
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll get this to Coleman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Hey, Sean said, shut up,
Vikings terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating
turnovers. About that nigga, man. I'm trying to get this, man. Get my voice, man. This nigga been playing tag.
That number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
No.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And Jason might really be part of the LGBTQ
Come up now on a second.
Yeah, he is an alphabet. I like that, Ronnie.
Murray now.
The alphabet,
This one complete.
Yeah, he did.
Alphabet. For this defense, going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic.
I watched a little bit of it.
I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
And he will find the rookie from Purdue. That's Rondale Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
I'm talking to you, Sykes.
This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key.
Yo, what's your problem, D?
There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 41,
man,
Murray.
I'm off the grid.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. Give them 18 on the play. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You know, he just scored. Like, Sean 10 minutes ahead of everybody.
He's got a man. That's Hopkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
About to be 34-31. I need the Bills to win, man. Yeah.
He got a signature catch in Tennessee already.
Whoever got Derrick Henry in fantasy.
To throw, it's Murray.
Kill him.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Dre got him. And he's going to lose unless they go to OT. He's down 7 points.
Prater's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20. So the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports.
I'm going to send much money and go home and see.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but could strip. The ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it.
And they're going
to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble. but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the
I broke like 2 or 3 tackles.
They take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another.
Damn, no, I need Josh Allen to throw for fucking 17 more fucking yards. But I do need the Bills to win.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL
That kicker got
linebackers
fucked
that was
up,
true.
so.
Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back into 32. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. So still 14 yards to go. Second down. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. That one good for 14 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
What's good, sir?
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though?
Later.
When they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Data run sorcery is nice, though. Data is nice.
Be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone.
Sorcery, however you say that shit.
He'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. Sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They go play action here. Mon. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mond out of the shotgun. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass here now.
Yes, I've been watching that a little bit. I've been watching an episode of each of them.
Handoff comes to Cook. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Mon looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there.
He's not burning that dude, bro.
Football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
If he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
California got hurt.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1.
Let's go, Chaz. You should have picked it.
There as that's batted down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away.
I will smack you.
4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mon now off of play action. This is caught.
Let's go, Justin. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point right down.
Hey, your boy Chaz Rap kind of nice. Make sure.
4-point game.
I kind of want to give it to Anthony Ball so Troy Dye can get some tick, but I'll let Anthony Ball play for this season, and Troy Dye, he just get better.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
It's just that Dye is not, you know, it's too big of a drop. Man, Bar fast and cover, you know, Bar kind of nice.
Offense at the line, ready to
Not
get their
hella
drive
nice, but
started. They're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach is talking with his offense
Come on, Xavier Woods. You got to get there, bro.
I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Drops it off for Coleman. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
What is this?
To throw again on second down. Murray. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Completes it to Coleman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing again on second down. Murray being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Here's Murray.
Let's go. Let's go. About time one of my defenses was
defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line,
niggas are going to push back. My defense supposed to be
all the way
the
down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Prater's kick is good. And that gets him back within a
we got him in there already. Nigga, you know, I got him there for
3 points there, and CD that helps him inch a bit.
Thomas and Hurt, but I got Sheldon Richardson in this other nigga.
You're happy to take him.
Michael Pierce.
That'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
But Dalvin Thomas and Hurt, but still, nigga. Michael Pierce, Sheldon Richardson, what y'all doing in there? I don't care if I am a nickel. Y'all niggas somebody supposed to do something.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Speed, 93.
The Cardinals who get the ball first, they trail here as we resume action
my CPU
in the third quarter. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance.
Got a man caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows
Kazakazi is
don't sleep on the arm
what's
strength.
Kazakazi?
I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play
Yeah,
like
that's the
that.
saying, yeah.
Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield.
They
and
don't leave
everyone
it,
was
yeah.
thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray sliding out of it, trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one
QB power.
They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
That's what I be telling you, bitch.
Start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, it's Cook. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Mine going to throw it. Stay. And he can't get away forever, and down he goes. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much.
What you think, you think the Bills should win?
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the 41, Murray. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray escaping the pressure right.
What a bitch.
Wisely will throw that one away.
Bitches.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Looked to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray going to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 64 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Mon. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Off the play fake, Mon. That is caught by Thielen. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Any relation to Van Wilder?
Run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a throw here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Mon.
What just happened? What just happened?
Able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
I'm going to play you.
Here comes
I'm going to play you. How about this?
Very back of the end zone.
How does that sound? Yeah. Nigga, I'm going to whoop you. Well, we can play 9. You getting whooped. Don't worry about nothing else.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's 2nd down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I mean, he nice.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
That nigga ain't generational. You're going to have him through this season.
He'll swing that out to Edmonds.
He can have him through this season. You know what I'm saying?
And that'll make it 3rd down.
Then he got a Hall of Fame arc.
We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Come on, Chaz. Pick it out, Chaz.
Hit that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Mon. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he got hurt in practice, bitch. He got hurt in your practice, bitch.
Have to be able to convert, and I guess every team would say that, Charles.
He had me confused. I had to go check the facts, too. That nigga got hurt in his practice. He blamed me.
And they liked some matchups that they had. Thought they could exploit them. Unable to do so on that play.
On the return is Kirk, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
What injuries?
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cards will take over.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
and 10.
Yeah. That nigga practice full pass thought Matt was joking when they said that shit. Yeah.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to
Hey, P, niggas got hurt. He did his week 1 practice and then got hurt. He hit me up. All right, bro.
But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's
go Anthony Barr.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Bitch, you better watch your mouth talking to me, for real. Whoever, I'm talking to the bitch that responded, matter of fact. I'm talking to the bitch that responded. Goddamn it. But P2.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points.
He already knows what's up. He knows what's up.
Down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now they hand off to Coleman. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Murray a give to Edmonds on the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Chaz Surratt there to bring him down.
That's what we talking about. P offense. Chaz Surratt. Well, I mean, no, yeah, that's what's crazy. Chaz Surratt.
To read, react, and make a play.
You go find that. You go find that just like these.
One of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Moore. 9 yards, not quite enough. And they'll move down with 3rd and 1.
Yeah, okay.
When you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was
week 9, whatever week.
I'll whoop your ass,
bitch. That bitch gonna try to get loud. Okay, bitch.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gun check time on both sides. Now Murray. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. To throw is Murray. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
I got you, boy. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
From the gun, Murray. They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. Touchdown! Chase Edmonds, a 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. See, it didn't seem like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes?
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That bitch started jumping up and down and shit.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out 1st downs.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
That's what I'm going to do when I play the Falcons. I'm going to just keep pounding. Them Lions, too. I'm going to pound all on them Lions.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
That's what it be, though.
One-possession game. Time
That's how that
very
nigga
much
do.
a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases...
Oh, no. What just happened? Oh, crazy. That's crazy.
So they get the late score they needed.
Y'all be giving people that shit, bro.
Can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long
What the
touchdown
fuck?
that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing.
These fucking cars. But that's all that bitch want to do is go
Something
eat.
good. And partner, we
I
got a
can't
tie
believe
game
it,
here
bro.
in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Y'all let that bitch go deep.
First play's a run with Nwangu. And he's got a first down to the 40-yard line, but the clock runs. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Back to the ground, this time Cook. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mond. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Mond out of the shotgun. It's caught. Smith. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Oh, come on.
And a costly one there as this game remains tied.
I just missed the field goal. Fuck.
Well, this winds up an empty possession.
Shut your bitch ass up, nigga.
He just
Find your
never
man.
got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be
Bitch ass
disappointed
nigga.
with that effort.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got
I
to
just get the
find
game
a way
winning
to
field
heave
goal.
it
I gotta
all
go
the
in
way towards the
overtime.
end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute and try and get 2 plays, because if you try that, that's all you're going to get is 1, and it won't be a 1 towards the end zone.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play fake. Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete.
The obvious goal is to try and
Damn,
score
I
a
want to
touchdown,
take
but
that
at the
though.
least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Murray now.
Hit. Come on, Jeff.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Come on, Jeff.
Picked by Jeff Gladney. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. So that's Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a give, running left is Nwangu. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
You certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window
I'm
when you
killing
start
me
playing overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Come on.
The Cardinals going to use another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And he
yeah, man, this ain't gonna work twice. I think that shit out of this bitch. I'm gonna ice these nuts, bitch.
Split the uprights, and that will break our tie and give them a 3-point
Ice these
lead.
fucking nuts.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles.
Yo,
Points
Kellen.
were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Vikings, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.